We were just complimenting your internet feed too,
Oh, really?
And you just died on the vine. That was hilarious though, because I'm getting texts like, "Hey, it's all video of you and just Dave audio," and I was like, "Uh oh."
We're back live. We're live right now.
Again.
Live. So we're trying this again. I'm gonna put the links back out there.
Were you listening to what Dave and I were talking about?
I was able to pick up a little bit of it.
The last thing I brought up was the bar crawl, the Harrisburg bar crawl.
Oh yeah.
Did we end up giving things away for that, or?
Well, I owe I owe to Abby's dad what do I owe him? I owe him a link for the tickets, so I gotta get that to him. So
cool.
Yeah.
All right, you're not coming to that?
No, I actually have to be. I actually have to be at where do I have to be? Oh, I'm gonna be in Philadelphia that day. Be in Philadelphia. So.
Well, Dave said he's bringing a small army. So I'm a little worried about my personal health that weekend.
Yeah. All right, I'm gonna put this back out on YouTube. So.
Does that join this?
Yeah, we're here.
Can you hear me?
And we're live. Yeah, we can hear you. I honestly don't think that was my internet connection, which is total shit. But
here's the best.
Yeah, you look so much better.
Yeah, here's the best comment I just got. I saw a Chris Jericho hot sauce ad, then it died.
That's exactly what I saw too. That's what happened.
That is goddamn funny.
Yeah. Oh God. I'm sorry, guys. This is a total shit show. The fact that we ever get this thing to work is just always amazing to me. So, hey, I'm glad a few of you decided to stick around.
You need to get in your router settings and shut everyone off but you, and just.
I have a ride on my hands.
You look good right now. Before you were, like I said, you were 8-bit. Now you upgraded. You're PlayStation 2.
My downstream
Sega Saturn.
My downstream is 220. My up struggles at like around 7 or 8. Comcast is the worst. They really fuck those guys.
They don't duplicate the up and the down. Yeah, mine's 10 at best here.
By the way, I just opened the Southern Tier pumpkin coffee.
And
they should stick with the Warlock.
I love the Warlock.
I love Warlock. This is it tastes like a shitty coffee beer with some pumpkin pie spice like 8 seconds after you take a sip.
Yeah. So you're saying it's minimal pumpkin spice.
God, I keep forgetting it's the opposite way. Yeah, it's a weird color too. I thought it would be a little darker with that coffee, but it's not good.
I didn't enjoy this year's iteration of the pumpkin actually either. I didn't think I thought it was a little thin for the percent. I don't know. It was all right.
All right. So Ed, do we rate these beers already or no? Are we going to?
I'll rate this one if you want.
Right,
I'll go first this time.
You're first.
All right. This is Vale Hornswoggle. This is the coffee variant. If you like coffee and you like big boozy stouts, you will definitely like this. It's really damn good. This is a 9 out of 10 for me. Let me take that back. This is a 9.25 out of 10. I got to give it that extra for a brewery that we, get on them all the time about how good their IPAs are and all that good stuff. The fact that they put out a stout this good in different iterations of it, I mean, this is phenomenal stuff. I definitely seek this out. It's here, I'll show you the can so everybody can see it. The Hornswoggler, really good stuff. The purple can with the white letters. Seek it out. Very good.
Yeah, Vale can almost do no wrong in my opinion. That Hornswoggler is really good. I've had 2 of the variants. I loved it. Really good stuff. The Oreo was the one that really got everyone pumped up and excited. And then they put out a peanut butter that was really good. I think they did Dave, you may remember this, did it at least some kind of barrel aged version of that. I can't quite recall. Maybe they did a barrel aged Oreo version.
It was the peanut butter was barrel aged or something.
Peanut butter was barrel aged. Yeah. That's right.
This beer is dying to be barrel aged over, at least a year.
The pumpkin?
No, the Hornswoggle. It'll be one of the best beers on the planet.
Yeah, that's just it's such a good beer. All right, switching up to this Burton Baton, which is, in my opinion, a classic. Super boozy, great, tons of hops, just really pungent, bitter, piney hops, earthy. This is what craft beer was for like 20 years before it really had a second revolution as of late. It calls back to I think flavors that used to be more in vogue. The oakiness of it is something that I've always really appreciated, and I think it makes this beer just a little bit more dynamic and really is part of what makes it special. This is a 4-pack that if you don't take if you don't see it and grab it, I think you're doing yourself a disservice. This is a 9.5 for me. Burton Baton.
Whoa!
Wow. Number.
Yeah, I love this beer. I always have.
I remember the first one I had.
It's been around for like 5 years, 7 years ago. I mean, it's not a super old beer. Or the Northeast IPA Revolution, but I remember the first time I had this, I go, whoa, this is something different than I've ever had in my entire life, and it was just so good.
It's got just so much flavor. I mean, it's just abundant, and it's a big beer, 10%. This beer is the Dogfish Head I wish I had more of. I think sometimes they've kind of gotten some and done some weird stuff that I just didn't necessarily appreciate too much. Some of those big 750 milliliters that they did that were in that musical series just weren't that great. Bitches Brew was fantastic, but almost all the other ones were just not that interesting to me.
Oh, you didn't like Positive Contact?
Positive Contact was good. That was the cider one, right?
Yeah, that was the one. No, it was Apple. But that was the one they did with it was Dan the Automator, and it was from the Deltron 3030 album, and it was all, which phenomenal if anybody hasn't listened to it. And I love that beer all the way.
The album is better than the beer.
Much better. I agree. The beer was not good. But the Miles Davis is coming out again. They're doing another version this year, or maybe next year at this point.
They are doing another version of that.
I'm giving I want to give my rating first.
Go ahead.
Give a 2.8 because that's embarrassing for Southern Tier. That's somebody who makes such a great pumpkin and a warlock that puts out a beer that almost tastes like a jalapeno because the spice with the pumpkin and the coffee together, but in a terrible way, like a fake jalapeno taste. That's what it tastes like. It is horrendous, and they should never make that again.
I would like to acknowledge that in the history of the dozen or so YouTube videos that we've done, he now gets the gold medal for lowest score given on any beer. Yeah, he's set the bar pretty.
And I love Southern Tier. I love them. They're great.
I want the next one that we do, their Harvest Ale. I saw that's out, and I love their Harvest Ale. I think it's fantastic.
We should do that.
Yeah, we can get it at the grocery store.
Let's do that one. Let's do that one next week. Let's do that one. We'll do Southern Tier Harvest Ale. If you have a beer that you'd like us to do or that you think is a good suggestion, let us know. Drop us a line on Twitter with hashtag IFS beer review, or just add us or slide into Easy Pretzel's DMs. He loves that shit. And tell us what you want us to drink. And if you brew beer, you want to send us beer, I promise we'll drink it. There you go.
Oh, I would love to do some homebrew reviews.
In the chat, Josh is bringing up, heard there could be some CBS Canadian Breakfast out in Hershey next weekend. Josh, you should slide into our DMs and tell us where that's going to be. Because last time I got CBS was at Al's, and that's obviously not going to happen anymore. So
CBS is the one I haven't had.
Yeah,
It's good.
Al's had it. He had it 3 years ago whenever they released it in the draft. But they haven't had it in bottles in a long time, so I think it's going to be.
Yeah, when Al put it out, I was in Atlanta for 5 days for a Falcons game. And I got a whole bunch of texts and Instagrams from all my friends that were drinking it. And I'm like, it's the one goddamn beer. I've even had the curmudgeon's better half. And that's probably more elusive than
Yeah,
CBS.
yeah,
I
it
just have and that's one of the best beers I've ever had.
If you want to go to Philly, I guarantee I can tell you where it's going to be and when it's going to be. But you got to go to Philly.
Hey, I live by the train station. Let's do this.
So, speaking of traveling, Dave, do you want to give a tease about potentially upcoming IFS travels?
Yes. So somebody I know who owns a bus tour company has contacted me and wants us to do 2 different beer runs with up to 50 people that are on this. And I'm pretty sure I know about 20 or 30 that will want to go to it right away. But one would go down through Richmond and hit Vail and then end up in Asheville with a hotel room for a night. And probably I'll probably try to contact like Wicked Weed or something, get a special beer dinner going on, and then have like the next day in Asheville for a morning and afternoon drink fest, and then drive back home and get the bus there. The bus is awesome, has a bathroom. It's wonderful, has Wi-Fi, TV, everything.
Wi-Fi, I'm in.
Yeah, and then the other one he wants to do is a New England one. So we probably do like Burlington, probably do like go up to Vermont and stay up there, and then come down, but possibly through Boston. So we'll see what I got to see the route because the bus driver could only drive so many hours. So it's really difficult to plan that because you have to be very perfect. They got to stay for a hotel. You got to pay. They can only drive a certain amount of hours in a certain time frame. It's a pretty strict thing. So we are going to be doing that. We'll have a discounted price for all our listeners, and I'm sure it will fill up very quickly.
There you go. So
you guys are right to keep these things secret from me. I will tell you that right now. Or at least when I mute Slack.
Yes, that's exactly what
Slack, dude. I'll be on Slack. So if our listeners could see our Slack channel, they would all just abandon us right away. They'd be like, these guys are fucking crazy.
I'm like, mom and dad are arguing again. I'm shutting it off, getting out of here. I snooze it for 8 hours.
Couple of other things while we're talking here. If you're a listener and you like the show, share it with others. That's the best way that you can pay us a compliment is to hang out with some others. Also, even though we weren't able to get our special guest this week, we have a really great event coming up. I just want to tease it a little bit. We're gonna have a sit down with Trogs coming up, and we're going to be talking about some really great stuff that's coming out. Look for that before Thanksgiving. So towards the middle of November, we're going to be sitting down with them live. Very exciting stuff. Hopefully get about an hour of really good audio that we can share with you guys. That will be a podcast that you can get right in your podcast player if you subscribe. And it will easily be probably the biggest interview that we've done. Really excited for that one coming up.
We're on YouTube, so you got to do this. Hit that like and subscribe button down there.
Yeah, you got to point to it, right?
Yes.
Yes. Always.
Leave a comment and let us know what beers you like for Halloween. I don't know.
Can I do some like magic trick or something there? Says, watch this. This interview is going to be unbelievable. I think we have more questions than we can ask, but we are going to learn everything we want to, and it's going to be, I think, the best thing we've done. And I think that even Trogs is going to, I think it's a great forum for us. We have a lot of great questions, and it's going to allow them to express why they created this product and everything about it. It's going to be awesome.
I'm excited to go live again. We had the first time we ever did a live show was the Beer Week kickoff, and for people who had no idea, not technically, but I mean, we really had no idea what was going to happen or what we were doing, and I think everything turned out really great with that. This one will be even better, and it's going to be really phenomenal. I'm excited. I'm really excited.
Yeah, I'm really excited about it too. I'm hoping, and I haven't run this past you guys, so I'm going to just do this live. I'm hoping maybe we can do a live show down here at Bearcat Hollow at my new house in the basement. And maybe we'll be doing that in December as a holiday show. Do a little bit of a beer exchange or tasting, bottle sampling for you guys, tech support, record a show. So we're going to do at least 2 live shows in the near future. If we could get 3 more recorded shows before the end of the year, I think that's the bare minimum. Hopefully we can get 4 in. So, but we'll also be here on YouTube, pretty much every week or every other week when we can. All right. Anything else for the good of the order?
No, I'm gonna hit stop.
You know what the worst
right.
part is? We always end these with, I'm going to hit stop. And then Dave's not normally here for these, but Bill and I will sit here and just bullshit for another hour and a half. And I'll be like, I got to work in the morning. Like, what are we doing?
Yeah.
And it just turns it. Yeah, I love it. We just party all night. This is great. But thanks everybody for watching. We love our loyal listeners. And we're looking forward to some big things here in the next couple months. It's been great.
All right. I'm going to stop. All right. That was a great show.